I think you can hear me now. Can you hear me now? Okay, so I think you should be able to hear me now. What have we been saying? Oh, we're talking about the kitties. Meg says, Jen, I just got a text from Maeve and she said you're starving her. I think you should be able to hear me now. Please tell me you can hear me. I know that there's some difference in how things are working, but you can hear me! Yay! Welcome to the M Zone and to this whole thing that I very clearly forgot to arrange before I got here, but it's fine. It's fine. We're good because we have sparkle lights and everything. All right. So guys, we're gonna do a little bit of Dragon Age today. There's been a lot of speculating in the Discord and a lot of chat. I'm actually sad Stuart's not here because I would love to have Stuart for this. We're also gonna fix my camera a little bit. Meg, thank you for your compliment on my bangs. They're super fake because I'm too chicken to cut my hair, but I do enjoy occasionally looking like Piper Halliwell, which ages me a lot, I know. Everything is perfect. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so what we're going to do today, we're going to do a couple of things. I have, I want to go through both of the trailers with you guys, and I also have a game that I have devised for us all to play together as Dragon Age. I need to, not spoilers, I haven't devised this. Jennifer devised this. And she's a genius, and you should all tell her that you love her and give her kisses. Meg says, Stuart understands me. So first thing, let's start with that original reveal trailer. I want to make sure that you can hear it, because I have the sound turned totally down and I currently cannot hear anything, and I want to make sure you can. Just real quick. So I'm going to play it and then I'm going to pause it again. I just have to check and see if... Okay, you should be able to hear it. Tell me in the chat if you heard that sound I just played from the video. Thinky says, I've been distracted the last couple days by catching up on Bridgerton. I still have to watch the back half of season 3, but other than that, Dragon Age has been consuming my brain. Jen is the cleverest. I love Jen very much. I have also been catching up on Bridgerton. There's actually a lot happening right now for me to talk about. Like, I've been talking about Bridgerton on my TikTok, and then there's also this Dragon Age stuff is happening right now. And there's also a new Star Wars show, like, in the middle of coming out right now. So there's just, everything's happening. I'm distracted in, like, 14 different ways. Old Man Varric! Old Man Varric! Cool. We did hear the sound. That's more because I managed to update my Stardew mode mods while very stoned than any games devised for Emily. Jen is very stoned right now, in case anyone was wondering. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to full screen this game so that we can see it, and then we're going to turn the noise back down and take a little look. I'm going to pause to talk about some stuff. So let's take a look. Okay, first of all, this is Minrathous. I think that we know that already. Okay, I want to pause right here before I say anything else. I have noticed a couple of things in this trailer specifically, and also a little bit in the gameplay. that is very interesting, and that is that they seem to be calling back to Dragon Age 2 a lot. This actually right here reminds me so much of Meredith. Like, these bad guys, I don't know who or what they are exactly, but they look like they are mimicking Meredith. Poor Bianca.
Not looking good, old friend.
Scout Harding, love of my life.
This'll take more than you and me.
Oh, I love everyone here. Okay. Another thing I want to talk about really quick is it just me, or did it look like they were in the Hanged Man in the beginning clip before we started seeing all this?
Need someone to be our eyes and ears in the shadows.
Nev is an ice mage. I also think, is it Nev or Balara who has like a prosthetic arm, which I thought was very cool. DA2, best one, I'll say it. Updating mods in and of itself does earn the Smarticle Particle title. You are correct. Varric having dark hair hurts me. Now, I did see something today because the devs actually noticed a lot of people talking about this, and I did see something today saying that we will eventually see Varric's hair in different light, and I think that maybe his hair might be just in weird light in this gameplay trailer and in the cinematic one, because the devs actually mentioned that in a Q&A they did today. That's the mage that's gonna hurt me, I think. I really like the description of Nev a lot. She was confirmed today to, well, no, she was confirmed a couple of days ago to be a mage, and so was Balara, who is the Fade Jumper. Let's see. I spent at work the other day just like pressing the space bar over and over to go through it frame by frame. This is still
someone to bring
or maybe This is
the daylight.
The guy that's gonna hurt me and Jen, I think. And anyone who romanced Fenris, I feel like. I saw someone today complaining about this game online who said that not a single one of the companions were attractive. And I do not understand. Because as a person who's attracted to both genders, Okay, I love this. This is the only part of it that looks familiar because it's a place we've already been, because this is Arlathan and it's Elven. I don't think we've actually been to this exact place, but this is like Elven architecture. Let's turn my quality up because it's auto gone down. Meg is back! Yay! I think Lucanus is going to be the one that wrecks me. Yeah, I think all of them are going to wreck me somehow because there is so much good here. Lucanus, I really want to romance the Mortalitasi guy. Meg, I want that old man necromancer and I'm not sorry. Oh, that's amazing. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Okay. Yeah.
We're going into the...
See, I really love this concept of the veil jumper, or jumping through to fade. I think that is really, really cool. Thinky says, lol, Emmerich. You know what, though? I admire them for being like, yes, you can F that old man.
Trained, aren't we?
And digging up a lot of buried
Here's
secrets.
everyone's favorite grandpa. I think oh, this one is also gonna wreck me. I think he's who I'm gonna romance first if I cannot romance Varric.
What about Darkspawn?
Yeah.
It's
Someone will
just,
stand
look at
between
that
us
man.
and a pack
And
of
he's
demons.
got a griffin. Do you know what they confirmed today on the Q&A that they did? You can hug and pet the griffin. I'm very, very excited about being able to hug and pet the griffin. Davro.
You know there will be dragons.
Right.
Oh, babies. Okay, so another thing is this dragon appears 3 times in this trailer. And we all know what a repeating dragon is in this game. And I also saw some mention today in the Q&A, spoiler warning, close your ears and say la 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 for the next 30 seconds if you don't want to hear spoilers. I saw some tweets from somebody who worked on the game saying that the blight was a thing. So I'm pretty sure this is an archdemon.
We'll need some.
Okay, can we talk about Tasha's horn? That is so pretty. I love it so much. I also love that Tasha's I think Lords of Fortune is what their one of their 6 origins is called, like one of the factions, and they sound like a really cool one. Max says, all I know is whoever I pick will be the one who inevitably betrays us. Jen says, I want to be the mage that fixes the mage killer. She can go see Hawk. I think that would be cool if she could go talk to the person that we left behind in the Fade. Thinky says, the one thing about this whole bit with Bellara in the trailer is it makes me think of PB in Mass Effect Andromeda, and I'm like, about that, but I could just be the entrance, so I'm trying not to judge her based on that. I think it was just like a similarity of face a little bit, but I think it should be fine.
Someone with fire in
I
their
love
blood.
I still think this dragon is an archdemon. Now look at this. This looks to me like it is in Kirkwall. And like it is probably the Hanged Man. I'm not saying that we're gonna go there. This is probably just a location for the trailer. But it looks an awful lot like the Hanged Man to me.
This crew needs a leader.
He's a leader. I love this.
Someone we can
Very
count
pay
on.
attention.
Someone that the world can count on.
I love Harding's vocals so much.
But where are we gonna find her?
Love this. I have also seen some reassurances that they have, apparently they have definitely been listening to our complaints about the character creator. Because the character creator indeed has had a lot of stuff revealed about it. Apparently there's going to be separate lighting modes for the trailer. See, the dragon is on the box art too. You can see what I've been watching. We'll just stop there. I've seen references to we're going to have very good hair. There's going to be different lighting modes in the character creator. I saw something today about being able to and this is official from the Q&A, being able to shape their bodies and being able to have more than just the default skinny, which is pretty cool. Meg says, I want to go back to Kirkwall so bad. Same. Let me be in those sewer maps 800 more times. Oh, I'd love to see a Dragon Age Legendary Edition. Guess I can move over to this one. So just based on that, Who do you think you're going to romance the first time? For me, it's almost definitely going to be Davrin, I think his name is, but that is contingent on not being able to romance Varric, which I hope we'll be able to do, and I really hope he's not dead. Let's see. Ooh, I need a drink. I've also seen some really interesting things about the level up system. It does not have the multi-classing abilities that we kind of wanted them to have, but it is a lot more robust than Inquisition. One thing I have not seen any mention of I haven't seen anybody speculate about it, ask about it, or any information about it in the Q&As, and that is I need them to bring back health potions. I need health potions to come back, because the way they did them in Inquisition was a criminal crime from the laws, the video game laws. It was so bad. I hated it so much. Oh, I love being able to just pick 100 elf fruit and make infinite life. Meg says, whoever is the meanest to me at first is the one I will romance. It's fine. I'm probably gonna start with Davrin or Lucanus, but they all look great. Yes, they do. Let's see. It really depends on who is the most sarcastic, let's be real. So, Jen has Meg's answer. I will be so upset if Varric dies early on. Yeah, same. Here's what I think is gonna happen. I think, based on what we're about to see in this gameplay trailer, that we screwed things up for Solas, and we're going to have to take him back with us, or he's going to follow us, or he'll show up later, and that both Varric and Solas will end up being advisors in the way that we had Liliana and Cullen and Josephine and all of those in Inquisition. I think that's probably most likely it's going to happen, because they know that Varric is a fan favorite. But they have left it wide open as to whether or not he survived. And Solas would basically have to... that's a personal opinion. But I do think Solas is probably going to end up being an advisor. And I think Varric is probably going to survive and also end up being an advisor. I hope that Varric doesn't die. If he does die, I will never forgive Solas. He'd already have to work really hard to get me to ever trust him again. Yes, but okay, we could romance advisors. I made a TikTok about this the other day. And if I, personally, had been assigned at BioWare, okay, here, your job is to write a romance for the player and Varric. I do think that the first thing that I would have to do is get rid of Bianca. I do think that symbolically, Bianca cannot exist and have the player be in a romance with them in the game. That's not to say anything about fan fiction or involvements in other instances, but I do think at this point for this game, Bianca would have to go if you were going to be in a romance with Varric. And so I think there's a non-zero chance that we might be getting a Varric romance just based on that sort of narrative hunch. But I don't know for sure. They love playing Solas as a tortured hero. There's also been, some references, especially in the Q&A. They talked about, in a separate thing, they talked about how when you make your character, you will also be rebuilding your Inquisitor. And then today in the Q&A, they talked about how your Inquisitor will be an important part of the story because Solus is an important part of the story. And it made it seem like, instead of just being like Hawk in Inquisition, where it was just like a cameo and you're really excited to see Hawk and they went away, it made it seem like the Inquisitor was going to kind of be more like the Dream Visitor in Baldur's Gate 3, where you kept seeing them over and over again. I'm really, really hoping that that is the case. Meg says, I can't compete with that crossbow. Yeah, I'm really, really hoping that that is the case, because I think that would be really interesting and would give a lot more depth. That is what everybody wanted from the hero of Ferelden in Inquisition, and we didn't get. So I'm really, really hoping that that will be the case with the Inquisitor for Veilguard. Pinky says, I hope so. I'm not going to bet on it, but I will hope for a Varric romance in my soul forever. Same. I would have preferred it be Varric and Hawk, but I would love for this to be able to be how I got Varric also. Like, if I had to, if we had to wait until this game, it had better be good. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna let chat catch up a little bit and take a drink here. Oh. I was going to stream on TikTok, but then I realized I don't have a second screen, so I can't look at chat. I think he says, yeah, I see us. Look, let me back up. I know how words work, and I can use them with my mouth parts, and sometimes I can even make them understandable. Let's see. Yeah, see, I have a Solus Mancer Lavellan that I'm definitely interested in importing. Maybe not first playthrough, though, just to see how that changes things for Solus being around. Mag says, I'm pretty concerned that Solus is going to end up in a Thanos villain becomes the protagonist situation, which is going to be awkward because that works in a movie but not in a game where I have to be the protagonist. The name change is a step in the right direction. I honestly don't think he's going to end up being the villain because of something we'll see in this video. I think what happens in this video is that we released something scarier than Solus, and we're going to have to work with him in order to put it back. Jen says, Varric and Hawk will forever be the Kirkwall Chaos boyfriends in my head. I think he says, Varric and Hawk is the canon in my heart, but Varric in any PC character is good in my book. Yeah, it is pretty hard to beat Varric. Okay. Let's start this video. Just a little bit here. Oh yeah, they're not going to have importing for saves is one of the things. Is they're going to have like one of the... they're going to have like a tarot based like event selection thing in character creation. But it sounds like it's really only going to focus on the Inquisitor's actions and not any of the actions from the other games. Max says, to be fair, I have not watched this. I'm assuming the romance choice is something you can choose in the thing. I think you'll probably be able to do bigger decisions from the first games. I have no idea what choices those are, but I assume love interest is one. Yeah. How do I choose all the convoluted character dynamics that only exist in my head, though? That's fair. Alright.
I hope Nev's as good at finding people as you claim.
She's the best damn detective I've ever met. If she says she's got a lead on Solus,
I thought the Rook was Cassandra for a minute in the dark. And I got excited.
Should we be in more of a hurry to get out of here?
See,
We don't
I
wanna
feel
look
more excited
conspicuous.
about the art
Just get
style
out of
now
here
that I
nice
can
and casual.
see
Find
the
Veilguard
designs
and
for the
stop
environments,
Solus.
because the environments look stellar. Meg says, I just need the game to read my mind and understand all my choices. This video is 20 minutes long, so I'm not going to do as much pausing.
You still think you can talk him
I
down
think the
before
terror
he
will be
starts
more
his
than
big
just the
ritual?
Inquisitor because they're
That
getting rid of the
ritual is
keys
going to
too.
tear down
Yeah,
the veil.
the
The
key
only
still
thing
works for
separating us from the
Inquisition,
Fade and an
but
endless number of demons.
it is
I have to
not
talk
going
him
to
down.
work for this. Be some options for earlier games. I hope so. I hope it kind of walks you through like Mass Effect 3 has that thing at the beginning.
Get down.
Are they after us? Is it because of the bar?
Word travels fast in Minrathous.
We've got to help her.
Can you help her though? Is the
We
question.
don't have time to get arrested, especially
Yeah, like the comic book thing in Mass Effect 2. That is what I was. That's what I was talking about. I like that Minrathous has loudspeakers. We just have magic loudspeakers now.
We're too late.
the ritual started. But if we hurry, we can still stop Solus before it finishes. Let's go! Harding's this way. She'll get us to Dumont Plaza.
Watch out!
Okay, this feels like Dragon Age. The environment design is just gorgeous.
Is Solus summoning demons on purpose?
My guess is the veil is weakening.
One of the big
and they're
concerns,
slipping through the cracks.
we can go back later.
And when
if
the
you
veil
want,
comes
is
down
that
completely?
the monster models in the cinematic trailer
And
just
the
didn't
whole
look
world
enough
is going to look a
like
lot
the old
like
stuff. But
this.
I like this part. Jen and I were talking about this earlier. The only thing I'm afraid
Come
of
on,
now is that
this
my
way.
computer
It should
won't
get us
run
to
it.
Harding.
Aw. Well, you got till fall. That looks like one of those ice
You're safe now.
demons.
Get inside and bar the door as quick as you can, okay?
Greed or envy or something like that. Ones
Harding,
that were always a pain.
you all right?
I've been doing what I can to help.
I love that her first name
The
is
ritual
Lace.
must be weakening the veil. There are a lot of scared people out here.
And a lot of demons.
Now, one thing you'll notice
Haven't
is
seen
that
this
you
many come through
only
the Fade
get
in years.
2 companions.
What about you two?
versus
Are you okay?
3. But okay, this is my favorite thing. These are
We're good,
Dragon Age
but
2.
we need to move.
Agreed.
Signs. The
Solus
Purple Hawk
isn't
is
waiting.
back.
Neither can we.
You know
Have you
how
got my
weird it
gear?
is to watch this
Right
after
over
restarting
there.
Inquisition, having just done this with him. Yeah, I bet.
Where's Nev Gallus? Wasn't she at the meeting point?
Then it's
I
already
am
got to her
hoping
first.
that we'll get
We
some
grabbed
like
her before we arrived
Scout
and paid
Harding
off the
freckle
bar owner to
mods
keep it
for
quiet.
Inquisition.
I'm not surprised our detective did something to piss off a cult of murderous
Despair.
blood mages, but their timing stinks. The bar owner said the Venatori
This is
took Nev to
supposedly,
Dumont Plaza.
from what I
Can you get
heard
us there,
from
Harding?
the Q&A today,
Look,
this is
you're
10
with the Shadow
years
Dragons. I figured you'd
after
know
Inquisition
Minrathous
and
better than I
Dynamic
do.
Trespasser.
Sure, but Minrathous is huge, and this is nowhere near my neighborhood. I can try.
Don't worry.
Despair demons.
Scouting's my
Okay,
specialty.
yeah, I just consider
Follow me.
despair. I think that thing that Harding shot
Eyes
was
up.
a despair.
We've got company.
I love how they've had to like make the Fade riffs blue
Demons,
here
here they come.
to distinguish it from Inquisition. So there's no more tactical mode. There's just like the action mode. It does seem to work a lot more like Mass Effect. Like if you'll notice when he pulls up the wheel, it looks a lot like the Mass Effect 1 wheel. I do think it's my bedtime. Have fun. Night, Mag. Love you. Thank you for hanging out with us.
I think that's the last of them.
I like the attitudes
Let's
coming
get to
back.
Dumont Plaza
yeah,
and
me
find
too.
Nev.
I'm very
Patch
excited
yourselves
about
up if
Purple
you
Hawk
need it.
coming back. That whole rat thing was very dishonored.
You are in violation of Imperial
It's
order.
all so pretty.
I don't get it. If Solus tears down the veil, doesn't that destroy everything?
Solus always talked about how beautiful the ancient world was.
That world existed before the Veil, and he wants to bring it back.
Even if his ritual kills us all in the process. Venatory cultists!
More of those things that look kind of like narrative.
I hate these assholes.
Oh, did you see, was it Harding that did that jump and shoot? That was fun. I think Harding is the only Ferelden on this
Looks like the
squad.
Venatori put up a barrier to block the way.
I didn't use tactician mode in Maximum Inquisition anyway.
Avenge our fallen brethren!
Okay. How's that? The only time I really use tactical mode in Inquisition is if I'm fighting something that's a much higher level than me, or I will use it a lot with the dragons. Which we do have a monster hunter faction on here, so I wonder if the dragon like hunts are coming back.
Guess we're sliding down.
I like that we've got the little slidey bit here.
They're allies of Neb Gallus! Kill them all!
Yeah, see, the ability wheel looks fine, looks cool. This actually looks like a lot of fun. Much better! Yay!
The Venatori own these streets.
For some reason, in this section, I was reminded of the side quest in Dragon Age 2 where you get ambushed at night by whatever gang is running the streets of the area that you're in. I use it for like movement mostly, so I can get specific people into specific spots. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, this works a lot like Mass Effect 1, which I'm not mad at. Corinne Bush knows the Dragon Age and Mass Effect games very well, so she's the leader, like the creative director. What they do from there, I don't care.
Not the worst time.
Hi, Nev.
Nev, it's so good to see you. We thought the Venatori had kidnapped you.
Harding's like, finally a woman.
A lot of Venatori in the city have reason to hate me. Figured I'd play along.
They're doing everyone's a chaotic pansexual in this game.
Appreciate it. Rook, this is Neb Gallus.
Instead of having gender-locked romances. There are so many gangs in Kirkwall. So many.
Some old friend said if I was working in Tevinter, the Shadow Dragons are worth trusting.
An old friend. I wonder who your old friend was, Derek. I wonder who that was.
I haven't seen Solus in
I like her
person,
little
but I did find
fascinator.
hints of old magic, similar to what you get in
Her
Elven
costume
Ruin.
design is very fun.
I traced it to a building beneath Our Lady of Victory. That's where your man is hiding.
Then let's go. Before this ritual he's doing gets any worse.
Worse, this ritual's already drawing more power than I'd expect from a dozen mages. Who told me he was
Yeah,
I also told
This
you he
is,
was an ancient elven god.
this is not
working.
great.
God. Well,
I also told you he was an elven god. Derek looks so tired.
let's go.
All citizens in the canal district must remain in their homes.
There must have been spoilers in there somewhere. This part also looks super gorgeous.
Well, we're not in Minrathous anymore.
I know these trees. This is Arlethan Forest.
And
And there's your ritual.
I love the rain and like the lightning and stuff.
Never seen anything
And then I love that. Okay, so back in Inquisition, the Fade and all the rifts were green.
The tremors
They were
are getting
like
worse.
all of the problems were blue. Yeah, that's definitely a despair demon. All of the problems were blue in Minrathous, but when you get closer to Solus, it turns green again. My man Varric has been through so much shit. He has. And didn't they say the characters would get together with each other if you didn't romance them too? I think so. There was a lot in that Q&A today, you guys. Like, I kind of needed a nap afterwards. No wonder he's so gray.
I thought the demons were bad back in Minrathous.
The Fade's a mess this close to the ritual. No telling what could come through.
Yeah, somebody else pointed out that he'd grown a beard and that had always been a very,
Keep moving and try not to think about
a very
it.
personal choice to him not to grow a beard. So I wonder if that says something about him or if it's just a character design oversight. Because Varric has always been very not like other dwarves. Pride Demon again. See, these are recognizable as the things from the other games. And I like how they look like one part Fade, one part real. If that makes any sense.
Watch the lightning.
Ouch. I like that there's a quick recover. I like that the dodge roll exists. And it's apparently, like, easy to do. It's been very, let's see, Crazy Templars and Red Lyrium and Anders and Corypheus and A Breach in the Sky and Corypheus again, and then the Canary wanting to end the world instead, and then Solus and his stupid shit. Yeah, no, it's been a lot. Dude has had a rough time. I was wondering just how much Souls-like content we were going to get in this series, because one thing that has been interesting to note is that a lot of these game series that came out 10 years ago are like, they all came out before the sort of Dark Souls genre. And like, not saying that this is going to be that hard or anything, but there is always like sort of some, if there's like, let me back up. If there is
Good enough. Let's get to
combat that is like live combat, there's always like a little bit of influence from Souls games. Just in the way that they work in these newer installations. Because Baldur's Gate 3 didn't have it, but Baldur's Gate 3 was turn-based for a lot of that, so it didn't really matter.
All right.
This, I really wish that you hadn't tried to do this, Varric.
Are you sure?
Positive.
This is not
You three just
my
keep the demons
favorite
off me
one
while
of
I
your
talk to him.
decisions.
Varric, Solus isn't gonna stop just because an old friend asks nicely.
Solus needs someone to sell him another option, to help him justify changing his mind.
Don't do it, Varric. This is a mistake.
Come on, Varric. We didn't come all this way just to talk to him.
He was my friend,
Make
Rook.
an
I
omelet.
gotta try
Make
to reach
an
him.
omelet.
But if he won't listen to
It's
me,
time to
then he'll
make
hear from
an
me on
omelet. Oh, you know you guys are not gonna make omelets. Guess we're gonna have to, like,
Rook, take care of the team.
work with the Eggman or whatever. Souls is like the crab of single-player combat mechanics. Yeah, you're kind of not wrong. It kills me that he even went back to using his nickname. Solus, don't do this. They all naturally evolve into that eventually. Yep.
Let's buy him some time.
See, people were complaining that this combat is simplified, but it looks it looks like it is much more complex than it was in Inquisition, to be totally honest. I played like an hour of Inquisition yesterday, and this looks like you need much more strategy to figure out. Because in Inquisition, you could just hold down the right trigger and fire and not even think about it. And if you're playing on an easier difficulty, you didn't have to think about what you were doing at all.
By drowning the world in demons?
I have taken precautions to minimize the damage.
Taking what precautions?
People are dying right now. You need to listen.
This is... I hate this so much.
Please.
He's your friend, and you just did the thing to him that would hurt him the
People are
most.
always dying. It is what they do.
Derek does look good with long hair.
Do you want me to take the shot?
Won't work. He's too powerful.
What if we disrupt the ritual?
This is the beginning of... This is like the very beginning of the game. That's why I think they're both going to end up being advisors. I think they're going to be advisors.
Let's go, honey.
I sure hope nobody dies.
You got it.
Just want to talk. People die, it's what they do is a line. It is. Oh, weak scaffolding, my one weakness.
Why tear down the veil, knowing all the lives it'll cost?
We shared a journey years ago. Do you believe that I would do this if there was
I
some
think
other better option?
that none of this would be as bad
But
if he had not kept the secret
with you.
the whole Inquisition game. If he had talked to the Inquisitor a million bajillion years ago
But this story does not end
and he
with
brought in more minds than his own on his little problem, then you could have found a different way. But you only have one perspective, and only having one perspective always hinders brainstorming. Man, how did I forget the wizard roofies you with forest magic? Okay, I am gonna pause it here in a minute because I want to talk about what comes out of this rift. Okay, hold on. This. Ah, man. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. First of all, where did... Okay. Let's go back here. Okay, so, you know, we do the library scene from The Mummy 2. I think that was Varric running away. Yeah. Or no, maybe that was Rook. Okay. I have thoughts about what comes out of the rift too. So you can see these shapes in Inquisition, I think. And I'm pretty sure that the one with the big hat is like, I don't know how to pronounce it correctly, is Gillenane, the mother of the Hala one. Because if you read her story, it is kind of terrifying. She's the one that's like the youngest of the Evanurus, and she's depicted as like very loving, and she's the young one, and she's nature oriented, but like the real story is that she went and like created a whole bunch of monsters, which probably ties into the Monster Hunter faction. She's probably like an echidna figure more than anything. And it, like, she created supposedly the dragons and like a whole bunch of monsters on the land, and like the Evanurus came to her and offered her godhood. And in exchange for that, she had to kill all of her creations. So she's basically a mad scientist. And she's like Dr. Frankenstein. And she killed all of them except for like ocean creatures in the deepest depths, some of the ones in the sky, and the Hala, because the Hala were her favorite. And monsters of the sky has been translated by some to mean like the dragons that became the old gods. So that's kind of interesting. Thinky, feel free to share your thoughts about this too. I don't know who the other guy is, but well, that's a good shot. But she looks terrifying. Like in one of the stories, she becomes a Hala herself, and she's kind of got horns, but it's tough to see. But I do know that we've seen like these two shapes in like some of the mosaic tarot imagery. Man, I bet you wish you hadn't killed Flemeth now. Use a little mythol. And that's the end of that. Maybe What's-His-Face is the eldest of them. Yeah, I think it's a couple of the Evanurus. I didn't have specific ones in mind. Yeah, it's definitely something scarier than Solus, which I think is why... That's why I am convinced that once, like, this happened and we're all going to have to, like, go to the lighthouse, and somehow Solus is going to end up either finding his way there or going there too and being part of all of this eventually. Because those people are mad at him. Those two people that came out looked like they were his friends at the end there, but they are not happy with him. Elgarnon, yeah, that's a good point. The only one that I could remember was the Gillenane one, because she was terrifying. And she was also mortal at one point, or at least an elf at one point. Elves weren't mortal. It was really funny. They also explained today that the reason Solus is bald is that after a millennia, all elves lose their hair, which I think is very funny. All right, let's see. Okay, so that is those are those two trailers. That's so funny. Yep. I also think it is funny. I have also created something that I'm going to well, I've actually, hold on. Did I close Canva? I think I closed Canva. So let's go over here. So here's the little game I have devised. I have created us a Dragon Age the Veilguard bingo card. And I have got, hold on, where is it? Where's my, here, downloads, let's go here. Well, I guess it hasn't worked, so we're just going to do this. Downloads, let's go here. Whee! Well, I guess it hasn't. I'm going to download this, and I am going to put it. You can't just be bald. I don't know that that needed more explanation. I don't think it did either. I'm going to download this, and I am going to put it. Actually, I know that I saved it because it's in the downloads folder because I renamed it. You can't just be bald. I don't know that that needed more explanation. I don't think. Actually, you know what? We're going to come down here and be like. Dragon Age Bingo. I'm going to create a channel for it down here. I'm going to download this, and I am going to put it. Dragon Age Bingo. I saved it. And I am going to put. You can't just be bald. I don't know that that needed more explanation. I don't think. Actually, you know what? We're going to come down here and be like. And we are going to all fill out bingo. Our Dragon Age Bingo create a channel for it down here. And download this. And we are going to submit them into this channel. So fill out your card, submit it into this channel. I don't know that and then as we are playing it, when it comes out, we are going to see who gets bingo first. And we are going to. I want to fill out everyone's bingo. Our Dragon Age Bingo channel for it down here, and I do. We are going to submit them into this channel. Down all over. So fill out your card, submit it into this channel. Oh, I know that that's right there. Hi. I should have fixed it. Sorry, I fixed it. It's Emily in the round. I fixed it. I'm sorry. Is it better now? I hope. I hope. I hope it wasn't that way the whole time. Oh, that's much better. Okay, good. Anyway, this is our blank card. I'm gonna fill in some things. I'm using Canva to do it. You can use anything you want. But I'm gonna do like, for me, I'm gonna put Alistair cameo. And like, let's see. I'm gonna do. See. Still can't. No, I do think that's gonna happen. So let's see. What's something else I could put in there? So what are the bingo prediction rules? So what you just need to go in and put what's on your bingo card for Dragon Age the Veilguard. So like what you think's gonna happen, who you think the bad guys are, or even just some like little things that you think are gonna happen. And then we are going to submit them into the channel that says Dragon Age Bing in the in the Discord, and we are going to look at them and see who gets bingo first while we play the game. And I want to do another stream after this to go over everyone's Dragon Age predictions. See, I think Sandal is going to come back. I want to put that in mine. Let's do... Let's see. Nonsense health potions. Let's do that one. So just fill it out. You can fill it out now or later. But then you can also put it in thing. And I'm gonna, I think, fill mine out on here. So let's see. Reconnection successful? Do I exist on the internet? Can you see me? I think I'm back now. Okay. We did. Hello! Sandal returns. Varric kissing equals very yes, and Alistair cameo. Let's see. What else should I put? What do I think is going to happen? Advisor Solus. Ooh, I know one. I'm gonna do essential lore drop in a codex entry no one reads. When did Stardew stop doing the update thing every morning? I don't know. Possibly with the new update thing that it did. Stardew had a big update recently. Let's see. What next? What comes next? Trying to think about ones related to the characters. Let's just do someone has been lying the whole time. Come on. The Inquisitor punches Solus. Let's see. Morrigan will return for a cameo again. Let's do. I want to do. Flameth is still alive somehow. Oh, Strouder Hawk returned from the Fade. That's interesting. Let's see. I'm trying not to rely too heavily on the first two games, even though I want to. I hope the war table isn't back. At least gonna get addressed. Let's see. Let's do. just gonna go for an easy one and put Varric gives someone a nickname. For novelty, I'm guessing they're gonna come back wrong. Ooh. Let's do one over here. I'm gonna guess that there is one friendly Evanurus that wants to help. I know that that's a plural word, but I don't need to figure out what the singular is of it right now. Let's see. Travel location in Antiva. Ooh. Let's see. I'm going to put we revisit a location from an old game. So that way it leaves it open to all 3 previous games. Ravane would be rad. I have a feeling that we're going to travel a lot in this one. They also said something today that basically said that we wouldn't need like a, I can't remember exactly, but it was something like we wouldn't need to travel very far. Like, so I'm thinking there's going to be some sort of weird fast travel. In fact, I'm going to put that in here. Weird fade-based fast travel. I'm trying to think who would be. Let's see. They can't all be cameos, but I do think I do think that perhaps like one of the best chances we have for a cameo from one of the old games is Zevran, because there's an Antivan Crow's origin. My guess is that the lighthouse works kind of like the doors in Howl's Moving Castle. Oh, that would be rad. What if the lighthouse is inside, like, the mirror doors? What are they called? I know this. I'm a real Dragon Age fan. I know this word. Illuvian. What if it's like inside the Illuvian network and they're the only ones that have access to it? That would be super rad. Or your Fade Jumper pal. That would be cool, getting you place to place. Let's see. Let's do... I'm just going to put Illuvian stuff. Let's see. I'm going to predict the Grey Wardens disband. Because there's some, like, I think it was the end of Inquisition where it said that, like, Weishaupt had gone completely silent. Thank you, Jen. I'm going to put Grey Wardens disband. I'm going to put, let's see. I would love to see a cameo. I'm not going to put another cameo square because that's just too easy, but I would love to see a cameo from Shale. Oh, that would be really cool. I really hope that even though there's not a lot of like choices to make about the first two games, probably, I really hope that there's like at least some love for the fans of the first two games and not just Inquisition. Let's see. I'm trying to think of something from 2. I also think there's an Evanorous Old God connection somewhere in there, and 2 figures come out of the breach, and there are 2 old gods left, so that's a possibility. Yeah, I was thinking about that, because there's another theory going around that there was, I can't remember, I need to go back and like actually get all my information together before I properly make content like this, but there was some speculation, like maybe it was either with Dreadwolf, something about the name being an anagram for something, and one of the developers had confirmed that. And then the Veilguard is very clunky unless it's an anagram, because the anagram that they're coming up with for like the Veilguard is the evil daughter, and there's a lot of people trying to speculate who the evil daughter is, and it could be Razakale, who's like the female old god that's still left. Oh. Aw, man. It says reconnection successful, so hopefully. So, like, in Origins, there's a couple times you meet, like, exes of companions. So, you end up meeting Ogren's ex-wife, and then you end up meeting Marjolaine in one of the DLCs. Dragon Age 2 is a little iffy, but then you meet Bianca in Inquisition, so that's interesting. Let's see. I'm back. Hey, Stuart. Stuart, we watched a bunch of Dragon Age trailers, and now we're making Dragon Age bingo cards. There is a blank bingo card in a new channel called Dragon Age Bingo in the Discord, if you would like to join us. Sorry I'm late, my car broke down. Oh no! Oh no! We are very glad you're here. I'm actually was missing you by name earlier because we were watching the Dragon Age trailers. We're speculating about what's going to happen in Veilguard. Let's see. What's my next one going to be? Stuart, we need to talk about this incredibly bad luck thing that's following you. Yeah, no joke, my man. You keep having some pretty gnarly bad luck. Let's see. Negative luck. Aww. Trying to think of who else I would like to see return to. My brakes are like broke on the interstate. Stuck in my uni town overnight. Oh no, Stuart! Oh my goodness, that's the worst. Well, I'm glad we're streaming tonight, at least. Internet's been a little spotty, but we're just talking, so. I'm gonna say, A semi did a super illegal lane change. Literally no time between blinker and lane change. So I had to stop super suddenly. Oh no, and your brakes didn't work very well. That's not good. Staying at my friend's place, but she left out of town. Oh. Well, I'm glad you have somewhere to stay. Anyways, Dragon Age. Yeah, we're making predictions. Let's see. Hey, can you stop almost dying? That would be great. Yeah. Yeah, let's stop that. I'm gonna put one mechanic everyone hates. Let's see. Let's see. I'm also going to do side quest based on Varric's books, because there's always a side quest based on Varric's books if Varric appears in the game. Oh, I know. I'm also going to put that the calling is cured in this game. This is my Delulu right here, hoping that that's going to happen. So I just need one more. Need one more. How many are you guys missing? I should have been playing music this whole time. But alas, I did not remember. The Calling. I'm trying to think of like Chekhov's guns that have not been shot. So let's think about like the state of Thetis at this point. This is 10 years after the Mage War, like the Mage and Chantry conflict. So there's mostly not much of a circle anymore. I guess I could put just like does anyone else feel a little weird that Veilguard feels like a new beginning, but Dreadwolf felt like a conclusion ultimate story? I don't think that that's gonna be the case. Like, I don't think either one of those things for either one of those titles, if that makes sense. Like, Trespasser felt like we were going to the end of Dragon Age. Oh, I think a lot of that, like, that might feel like that because, this game, like, outside of the context of the story, this game is, like, the last chance saloon, basically. It's the last stop. If this game doesn't do well, BioWare could go under. So they're throwing everything at this, and it would be unwise for them to have something that feels like an ending, because they don't need an ending. They need to continue to produce money. So that may feel, that may be why that feels like that. I feel like after I've listened to the devs talk, I feel like the reason that they changed the name is that that Solus is not the main villain in this game. And that name made it seem, was drawing all of the focus to Cullen and not enough on the player character and the characters that you are playing with. So it may not, so it kind of draws the focus back to the people. And it, from what we've seen, would have been kind of misleading, because I don't think that Solus is, like, towards the end of that trailer, you see two figures come out that are incredibly more scary than Solus, and that I'm pretty sure they are going to be the main antagonists of the game. I'm almost definitely certain that that Solus is going to end up being one of the advisors. Cullen is mentioned but never heard. Yeah, I want to see some of these in the Discord. We are spaghetti at the wall, but like selected spaghetti to make us all want to stay on the BioWare train. Yeah, they pulled a bunch of people from Mass Effect 5 to work on this game. I think that it definitely, like, oh man, one thing I meant to do that maybe Are we back? Okay, is Amy? Hi. Hello. I am M, and I'm here. I hope that you can see my face. Although, It doesn't look good. Kilobytes per second are not plentiful. Hi! Hello! Okay, I do exist. Although, the stream gods are not gifting me with nice and pleasant things tonight. But let's look at Thinky's card. I want to look at Thinky's card because it's in here now. So let's look at the other guy. Let's see. Oh my god. I hate this. I hate this so much. I hate the disconnection so much. Am I back? Do I exist? I exist! Yay! Okay, let's continue doing this. Let's see. Denerim visit and revamp. Commented on in banter somehow. Ooh, I would love to go back to Denerim. I would love to go back to any location from a previous game, but especially locations from Origins, just because I want to see how they redo them. And also I would like some justice for the locations they tried to do in Inquisition but failed. Let's see. Color coordinate your team. I would love to have Power Rangers. Let's see. Solus is a prisoner turned ally. Okay. I think that would work. Let's see. Hybrid class builds are possible for Rook. That would be neat. Codex count more than 200. See, the Inquisitor and Solus will have a cutscene at some point. I think that's almost definitely going to happen. Let's see. There will be a good and bad ending. Yep. More info about the Titans will come out. That would be really cool. Letters from previous characters not making cameos addressed to the Inquisitor and or Varric. I think that would be great. We should be back. You guys are the most patient audience known to man. Morgan will return for a cameo again. Oh, deep roads, take me home to the place I don't belong. Mandatory over long deep road section. You guys know who I'm talking about when I say the Me Want Bite guy? The guy who sings the song about, like, forbidden hot dogs? I'm gonna have to plug my phone in, though. Oh! Great, we're going offline again.